Hello everybody, it's Lyles again and it's time for another cooking video. Today I am going to be cooking liver and onions, and it's very simple, and I have a little trick to help take away some more of that bile so that you might be able to like it. If you don't like liver, you might like it now. Now, onions are always paired with liver because onions have a good habit of pulling some of that bile taste out, but it doesn't take it out completely. But if you combine it with red wine, it actually pulls so much of that bile out that you may not even taste it. It might just taste like beef to you. But it's a little trick that I found that actually works pretty good. Now, before you start cooking your liver, you want to partially freeze it or partially thaw it, depending if it's already frozen or not. By doing that, it makes it a lot easier to chop up, because you don't want to try cooking a whole liver. You want to chop it up some so that you'll be able to have like little liver strips or whatever. But the whole point is, once you're done chopping up your liver, you want to marinate it in a cup of red wine inside of a Ziploc, and then just for a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours, you just let it marinate in that wine. And as you can see, it looks opaque in there, and the reason why is because that red wine has been pulling that bile out of the liver. So what you want to do is you get a pan, you get about a tablespoon of butter and some oil, and the oil helps keep the butter from burning. That's another little tip there. So you want to set it to about, I would say, about medium. You don't want to set it too high because it'll burn the liver. Liver cooks pretty quickly, so you don't want to burn the liver. So you want to set it to about medium. You want to let the butter melt here, and when you start seeing a little bit of smoke from the oil, then we'll go ahead and add the onions. But the other trick is that you don't want to caramelize your onions first. You want to add them with the liver at the same time, because that's the process of how it pulls some of that bile out. So while that pan is heating up, I'm going to take this liver and I'm going to drain it. I'm going to take my strainer here. I'm going to drain all that juice out, because I'm going to take it over here. I'm going to dump it in this flour mixture. Now, what I have for the flour mixture is it's 2 parts flour, and then it's 1 part breadcrumbs, but it's like that Japanese breadcrumbs that they use in frying. And that helps give it some texture. And also add some salt, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and that's pretty much all it needs. Just a little bit of salt too. You just kind of roll all of that in there so it gets all nice and coated. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pan looks ready. So I'm going to add all these onions in. Got to run away. then we start adding the liver one at a time. Now we just let this cook for a while. It's pretty easy. All you do is just wait till you start seeing it brown. Once it starts getting a nice crust on the outside, then it's ready. When you start seeing a little bit of a shiny sheen on the liver, that's a clear indicator that they're about done. I'll let them cook here a little bit longer. This step is optional. If you want a little bit more of that wine flavor, you just cover it a little bit more. Drink it less. Ah, that's good wine. Okay, now it should be ready. And there you have it, some delicious onions and liver. Enjoy.